right. We are live on YouTube. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. How's everybody doing today? If you're here watching live, feel free to ask any questions. We're going to be live probably for the next hour and 20 minutes to hour and a half or so. I need to get to my family dinner immediately following this live stream. But I hope you're all having a wonderful and amazing Thanksgiving. If you're here in the U.S. and you're celebrating Thanksgiving today, I hope you're enjoying this day with your family and maybe even some of your friends that you may see after hanging out with your family. Or maybe some of you have friends that don't have family and you're inviting them into your household, and that's amazing. That's what Thanksgiving is all about. Thanksgiving is all about giving thanks to anyone and everyone that has contributed to making your life or other people's lives easier and better. Thanksgiving is a day about being grateful and thankful for what we have nowadays and what people have done for us to make our lives easier, like I said. Thanksgiving is not a day to complain about what we don't have. It's also not a day to complain about how we wish, certain family members or other people in our lives, would be more the way we want them to be, right? Instead of just accepting them for who they are and who they were meant to be, right? Hey, Queen, how are you doing? Happy Thanksgiving to you. How are things going in your neck of the woods? How's the audio coming through right now, Queen? Is it coming through okay? I taped up this microphone a little bit to get it to last a bit longer. You're good. Thank you, Queen. I appreciate that. Like I mentioned on yesterday's stream, I do have two backups unopened in the box of these Logitech, these $10 Logitech headsets that I have. I mean, like, this is one of the best investments that I made, for my smartphone. And I like using wired products instead of wireless because A, you don't have to recharge batteries, and B, anything that you can hardwire into a device to record audio is going to sound way better than even the best wireless device, right? So I take a lot of pride in that, and I've learned over the years how to take better care of my equipment and accessories to get them to last longer than the average. But again, I always have backups on hand just in case. Anyway, give me a second here. So, there's a gentleman here trying to reverse his boat and truck into a driveway. Luckily, it's a long enough driveway for it. But it's a pretty challenging thing to do. You can probably see it behind me there. So we're just going to wait a few more minutes for some people to show up, and then we're going to get right to it. Today's show is going to... Okay, I thought that was Nightbot. Today's show is going to be about looking forward into 2022 and start planning your 2022 now, right now. And for the rest of the holiday season, if you already haven't started planning your 2022. Got some people over there. Let me just not walk in their path. So yeah, today we're going to be discussing how to get a jump start on your 2022. what to focus on, what to avoid. It's all about focusing your energy in positive ways towards whatever you want to accomplish and releasing, removing, and staying away from any and all negativity. That's the name of the game right there, folks. That's the game of life right there, because you're always going to have positive and negative things constantly surrounding you in your life. And there are many people out there that have a lot of greatness deep within them that they can offer this world in many different ways. But they never get the chance to offer that greatness because they continue allowing themselves to be consumed by stupid, endless, nonsensical drama and negativity. So, anyway. Just some young kid, and I think his girlfriend, they were in a car wearing like veils. He was blaring his music, and then he sped in this parking lot and just turned around and left. Okay. Anyway. But that's what we're going to talk about here today. And I'm going to share some of my plans and ideas for 2022 that I've already started to focus on and work on. And hopefully I'll give you an idea of how to get yourself on the right track. Okay. That was one of those e-bikes. That dude, instead of pedaling out of the park, is using the electric motor in his bike to ride out. With no disrespect, this is just the truth. That's why here in the U.S., and it's starting to become a problem globally, here in the U.S., we are the most overweight country on the planet because of stuff like that. What is the purpose of riding your bike if you're going to have a motor on it that's going to do all the work for you, so you're not getting any exercise benefit from it, right? We're becoming more and more lazy, more and more overweight, fat, however you want to say it, right? And we're not even realizing it. We're becoming a lazy, lazy society, right? I want to motivate you folks to start off your 2022 by removing all laziness from your life. If there are things that you've wanted to accomplish, such as get into better shape, become healthier, start planning for it and focusing on it right now. And definitely by January 1st, 2022, New Year's Day, you make it your New Year's resolution and you stick to it that, hey, I'm going to get into the best shape of my life this year. And during this holiday season, this is the last time I'm going to binge on anything, or this is the last time I'm going to eat too much or drink too much. Another thing, you know, I know a lot of people like to drink alcohol. And while drinking alcohol with moderation is fine, there's nothing wrong with drinking alcohol with moderation. But there are people that drink alcohol as a survival mechanism. And that's called alcoholism. And if you're trying to better yourself, you know, stopping the drinking is going to make a tremendous difference in your life. Now, I'm not out here to specifically criticize anyone. I know many people that drink daily, and they drink because it is a crutch. It is a mechanism, let's just call it that, that basically cures the blues temporarily, right? People will start to drink when they start getting those really bad negative emotions, or they start to panic and not feel good. They feel the walls closing in, right? And they just don't know what to do, so they resort to drinking to numb the pain, right? And while drinking will numb the pain, it's the after effect or the after effects that are not good, right? Because, you drink a lot, the next day you're going to have dry mouth, you're going to be hungover. And while you're drinking, if you're hanging out with people and you've had too many drinks, you're going to be slurring your words. You're going to be wobbling around. You're going to be annoying as hell, right? And that's not good. It's not good at all. So for some of us, that may be our New Year's resolution. That may be something that, we can focus on, starting now. Get a jump start on it, so that way at the beginning of 2022 you can keep pushing forward and actually make it happen, make the change happen, right? Well, what can you expect? Everybody has been locked up in the house. Why is that, Queen? Why has everybody been locked up in the house? I'm just kind of curious to know. Just wondering. What do you mean by that? If you're talking about COVID, Queen, for the most part, society has gotten back to normal, pretty close to normal. And we're just kind of rolling with the punches, regarding the COVID thing, right? Now, Pfizer and Moderna have booster shots for anyone that was fully vaccinated with 2 shots, and it's been at least 6 months since your second shot. You can get a booster shot. I've got another month or so to go before I hit the 6-month period, I believe, and I will be getting my booster shot. Now, have I had COVID? No. Have I had any adverse feelings? No. But I'm just going to take the shot because it's a preventative measure. The first 2 didn't, adversely affect me. I honestly believe that they have protected me, at a great level from getting COVID. Plus, I've also taken my own preventative measures by socially distancing when possible and wearing a mask where necessary. Still go out to dinner, you wear the mask on the way in, you take it off at the table. It's all good, right? So if that's what you meant, Queen, I think civilization in life, has pretty much gotten back to as normal as it possibly can. After, almost 2 years now of dealing with this pandemic. Now, there are some people still out there that are anti-vax and all that, and I'm hearing that over the last month there have been 100,000 new cases, I believe, daily, right? What's causing that? We still have about 40% of the people here in the U.S. that are not vaccinated. That's just under half, right? So there are still a lot of people that are, very prone to getting this thing and spreading it, right? And they can still even spread it to people that are vaccinated. It's just less likely to get it it's probably going to cut me off every now and then. And in order to reconnect, I have to shut down the YouTube app, put my phone in airplane mode, and then take it off of airplane mode, reset the cell tower, launch the YouTube app, and then resume the stream. So if that happens, folks, just know it's not YouTube, it's not my phone, it's not even really even the cell tower. It's just that there's an abundance of people because of the holiday saturating the internet bandwidth of all cell towers today. And so even though the YouTube live streaming app doesn't require a whole lot of bandwidth, it still requires about 2 megabits per second to constantly stream. And if the available bandwidth goes below that, the YouTube app turns black, then disconnects you. Then if you try to reconnect and there's not enough bandwidth, it won't reconnect. So you have to hard reset it. Oh boy. Anyway. So Queen, am I back? Are you able to hear me? Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me and see me clearly. I'd appreciate that. And we're going to get right to it. Let's just get right to it right now. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, live from Red Morton Park. This is episode number 179. And today's topic is Happy Thanksgiving, first and foremost, to my friends, family, and other loved ones in the U.S. And the actual topic is, Eli, you were offline for 5 minutes. No, I wasn't, Queen. I've been back online I was offline for a couple of minutes, maybe a minute, Queen, maybe 2. I've been back live. You probably didn't reset your system, and it probably didn't start up when I came back live. But anyway, so Happy Thanksgiving is the topic, and start focusing on your 2022 goals right now. I can't even talk. Start focusing on your 2022 goals right now. Well, Queen put the actual topic in the chat. Let's read it exactly as I put it out there. Start your 2022 now. Start focusing on your 2022 now, right? Start focusing on your 2022 goals and outlook right now if you already haven't done so. I'm going to have to stop off at a restroom when I get over here to this side. Yes, Queen, it's one of those coffee days where I need to make a pit stop. What did Queen say there? Sorry, I left out a word. That's okay, Queen. Don't worry about it. I'm good at improv, Queen. Not a big deal. So here's the thing. In order to accomplish any goals, dreams, and aspirations, you got to plan ahead. You got to look forward into the future. But, and listen to this, men and women, because men and women see this differently because we process our emotions differently. Because women's emotions are always based on how they're feeling in the present moment, all day, every day, it is much more difficult for women to look ahead into the future because they're so focused on how they're feeling right now. That's why we say they're so damn emotional, right? For guys, it's like we could turn the emotion off and be like, okay, I'm here now. I want to be at this point. By this point, how am I going to get there? I got to start planning right now for what I want to accomplish in January or February or March of 2022, right? Now, A lot of women will say, "Oh, I plan things out." Are you saying I'm not capable of planning things out and thinking ahead? No, I'm not saying you're not capable. It's just biologically, you're always more so clouded by your emotions, and that's just normal for women. That's why it's a little more difficult for women. And I'm trying to motivate you ladies to start looking at it this way. Because in the modern world, you're liberated, you're empowered, you're independent, right? So now you have to start looking at things almost kind of like how men have always looked at them, right? Just a second here. Okay. Okay, maybe I took the wrong way here. Okay. I'm going to have to hold off on using the restroom until I come around the other side. More and more people are now just popping out of everywhere to come to the park. Maybe they've had their dinner or maybe it's their pre-dinner walk. That's okay, right? So anyway, interesting update to yesterday's live stream where I had 50 thumbs up at the end of the stream, right? So here's a little tip for the trolls and haters. And I'm going to mention them again, Queen, just to try to help them out because YouTube continues to make great changes for the good real creators, right? So when my stream ended yesterday and I went home and I always will download a backup copy from my computer because the YouTube app doesn't store a backup copy of your stream on your phone. You have to download it from YouTube. Oh, Queen, you'll understand this later, right? But when I went home, I checked on YouTube Studio. The only place you can see your dislikes is from the desktop version of YouTube Studio on your laptop or desktop. You cannot even see how many dislikes you have on the YouTube Studio app on your iPhone or your Android device. And I had 30 thumbs down. And I was like, okay, hey, that's cool. Right? No big deal. But guess what? When I got up this morning and I checked the numbers, I still had 45 thumbs up, but I only had 5 thumbs down. And that's still pretty much the same as it was before I started this stream. I'm mentioning this because, look, it is Thanksgiving, and I am trying to be a nice guy here, even to the trolls and haters. If you want to continue to thumb me down, you can. The thing is, YouTube and Google are getting much smarter at recognizing where those dislikes are coming from. Even if you use a VPN and use a different IP, and even if you use a different computer in the same household, it identifies your computer information and it only counts one dislike. I've read more about this because I was curious about what was happening, right? So it was interesting to me how I got all those likes, right? And 45 of them stuck, which means they came from genuine sources. I also promote my videos on Reddit, and there are certain forums that people will help you out and watch your videos and like your videos and stuff like that, right? We support each other, right? Okay. So that's where I think those likes came from because 45 of them stuck. Out of the 30 dislikes, only 5 of them stuck, right? And when I saw that, I was like, I didn't even care initially. I wouldn't have cared if all 30 of them were to stick. But I'm sitting there, I was sitting there this morning, which is what I'm trying to say, and I'm like, wow, YouTube is seriously doing everything they possibly can to make the statistics as accurate as possible so the real creators out there are not affected in a negative way from triggering the YouTube algorithm by dislike mobs and haters and trolls and stuff like that. I wanted to mention that, Queen, because whenever I see something like this that's not talked about a lot, I like to mention it to try to help out as many people as possible, right? So it's all good. I mean, you know, if the people that have been, trolling myself and others and disliking, and now they're going to be doing the like bombing because the dislike number doesn't show. If you folks want to continue doing that and wasting your time when only one of your dislikes is going to stick no matter how many dislikes you put on a creator's videos from the same household, even from different devices and different VPN IP addresses. I know many of you are using VPNs to bypass that. That's not even working anymore. And quite frankly, I've also done some more research. I haven't talked about this. I've also done some more research. And I've also seen that Google and YouTube, their system is aware of most of the more popular VPNs. And the more popular VPNs, when you log into a different city or country, right, to switch your IP address, it's that same static IP address for everybody that uses that VPN. So I think that's what's happening now, where the YouTube algorithm and Google and the bots, they've gotten very, very good and smart at removing fake engagement or dislike mob or like mob type of engagement. So just wanted to put that out there. No big deal. It's getting a lot better, which is great because heading into 2022, I'm going to continue to put out more daily positive content Mondays through Fridays. I'm going to be batch recording videos. I typically will prepare the topics and thumbnails on Mondays. Tuesdays, I batch record for a couple of hours. I've been doing them from a walk, but I'll probably switch them up. I'll probably do some from the car. I'll probably do car chat and bedroom chat. I'm probably going to bring back car chat and bedroom chat like I used to do with my ex-girlfriend on my former channel. Some of you know me from as far back as those days, but here's the difference. I'm still not going to bring my current woman on the channel, at least for the time being, not until it grows bigger. So you guys will not be able to see her and figure out who she is and then dox her and harass her and her family, just try to get to me, right? But yes, I'm going to be bringing back car chat and bedroom chat. Or I might even call it, before bedtime with Eli or something like that. I was talking about that about a month or so ago. I've figured out a process that allows me to record and render out the highest quality videos, 4K at 60 frames per second with my new laptop, very, very fast. So my investment that I made in myself 6 months ago with that i9 laptop with 64 gigs of RAM, 5.3 gigahertz, is really, really beginning to pay off. And that's, where my focus is going to be going into 2022. More and more pre-recorded content. It may even get to the point of where I'm putting out 2 pieces of pre-recorded content each day, Monday through Friday, and then doing a live stream on top of that. I really have to use the restroom, but I'm going to have to hold it until I get to the restroom on the other side, which is at least 7 to 10 minutes away. my bladder doesn't explode. Oh, man. Oh, we've got 11 people here. I hope you're having a great Thanksgiving. It's my fault, Queen. Why? Because I drink coffee? Drinking coffee is much healthier than drinking a ton of alcohol every day. You know? But even alcohol will make you go wee-wee like a racehorse, right? That's okay, Queen. I'll be on the other side very soon. And I'll just slide into the restroom when I get over there. If I make it. I'll make it. I always make it, right? I always find a way to make it. And, the worst time to have to really go to the bathroom is when you're on an interstate highway, like Interstate 5 here in California. There's typically at least 20 to 30 miles between each service exit, sometimes a little longer. And if you have to go all of a sudden, man, oh God, that sucks. You're not going to pull over on the side of I-5 and just go. I guess if you have to, you have to, but I've been in that situation before, trembling to make it to the next exit and running into the establishment to, go wee-wee, holding my knees together. Anyway, so yeah, in 2022, and I want to make this statement once again. This past year, there have been a lot of changes for me, my business, and my YouTube channel, and other areas that I promote my business on the internet. I've been focusing on rebuilding and removing all drama and negativity from my channel, and not just removing myself from people that create that type of content, or removing myself from going back and forth with those people, but removing myself from anyone and everyone that's associated with those channels or people. Because I'll say this again, I said it before, I'll say it again. Okay, even if you have one decent person that you really like and they like you, and they want to continue being a part of drama, or let's say, for example, out here on YouTube, a drama group of people, or same thing in real life. If you continue to associate with that person, no matter how much you try to avoid that drama, they are the leak back into the drama. And this is what I told my moderators behind the scenes today. I'm going to go public on it here today and make a very strong statement. I'm going to move forward and continue doing what I'm doing, with or without my moderators and other people. I'm not making any threats here. I'm just saying I am not starting in 2022, even with my moderators that continue to associate or make videos on or talk about drama people on YouTube or on other platforms. They will be removed as moderators, and they will be removed from the private chat behind the scenes, and our collaboration will end. So I'm making you folks aware of this now on November 25th, 2021, on Thanksgiving Day. So you have about 5 weeks to figure this shit out and to toughen up a bit and get a grip on your emotional self-control, whether you're a man or a woman, and stop feeding into this stuff and focus on creating your own greatness. So I'm coming out here and saying this 5 weeks in advance because I've pretty much avoided it for the most part. And I've gone on and done my thing, and things are moving in the right direction for myself. But I'm still focusing a lot of energy behind the scenes, trying to get some other people I care for that are still feeding into this to really understand it's just not worth it. Come the new year, I'm not focusing any energy on it. Zero. Not even behind the scenes. I'm done. I'm done. I'm going to move forward with or without you folks. Right? And I'm looking to work with like-minded, down-to-earth, reasonable people that have a positive attitude, that are emotionally strong and stable and easy to get along with. And if you're not that type of person, I won't even take a second look. I will identify your negativity in 2 seconds flat, and I will remove you from my life. I have no more time for any crap, personally or professionally. I'm done. Hey, Lewis, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the show. Glad to see you here, man. Go back and check out the replay on the parts you missed, Lewis, because I shared some very important things coming up in 2022. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family, Queen, and also happy Thanksgiving to you, Lewis, your sister Adelaide, your mother, and the rest of your family. And God bless all of you if you believe. Bless all of you. It's nice to see you here on Thanksgiving Day, Lewis. You too as well, Queen. Maybe, I know Dion was messaging behind the scenes. He left a few quick voice messages through our Facebook group chat, private group chat behind the scenes, and he was saying he's at an event. I think he's with his family. Maybe he'll pop on in briefly or check out the replay at least. I'm nearing the restroom. It is right around the corner. It's the sun is out, but it's about 62 degrees. So it's still a little chilly. If the sun wasn't out though, I'll tell you, it'd probably be about 55 or 50. The sun is keeping it at a reasonable temperature, but it's still cool enough to wear a jacket. So yeah, coming up in 2022, things are going to get even more strict on my end. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm not trying to tell people what to do. But I'm going to be honest. If you aren't the type of person I'm looking to work with, and you aren't easygoing and laid back and reasonable, then I'm not going to deal with you. And if you bring any drama into my life, right? Or if you're an insecure person and, you make it very difficult to communicate and get along with, you're just going to be removed. I don't have any time. I don't have any time to deal with crap. Now, am I still going to, people that collaborate with me behind the scenes, I do help them with some coaching advice at no charge because we're collaborators, right? And that's totally cool. Like other YouTubers, no problem. I'll still continue to help people in that way. As long as you're heading in the right direction and you're no longer focusing on drama things. Again, I just don't want any drama in my life. Zero. Zilch. Zip. And the moment that I recognize it, it's an instant removal. Just like in my subreddit group. Somebody projects or they're out of line or they bring drama into the group, they're immediately removed without warning. That's how it's going. Folks, I'm going to go off the air for a sec. So much better. Man, that sun is right in my eyes. That sun is right in my eyes. Whew. Am I back, Queen? Let me know. I should be back. Everything should be all good. So anyway, Let's talk a little bit more about setting goals for 2022. And when do I typically set my goals for 2022? You know, a lot of people will start setting their goals for the next year. Queen says you're good. Thank you, Queen. Appreciate that. A lot of people start setting their goals mid-year, like June, July of the previous year. In my honest opinion, I think that's a little bit too early. I think a good time to start setting your goals for the next year is October, the beginning of October. You have October, November, and December. You have 3 months, right? And for me, it's become, I don't know what that person just said. Couldn't hear you. You're blaring your music. All right, whatever. That's what you deal with when you're a public figure nowadays, right? So I automatically, without even thinking about it, start planning for my next year in October. Like, let me give you an example. Look what's been going on for the last several weeks on my channel. Okay, I've been putting out lots more content. I've been shooting pre-recorded videos. I've been doing mobile live streams, in-studio live streams. I've got another project going on I just started as well that's not publicly available yet, creating content there. I may not release that until 2022. Maybe that'll be part of my plan. I've been thinking about it, right? But when did I start doing this? I started doing all this in October, last month, right? I think about 3 months before the new year is a good time to start. But the very latest you should start is now, right after Thanksgiving. That's why I'm doing this stream on Thanksgiving Day here and talking about 2022. Because after today, you're going to have some fun with your family. You may have a few drinks. You're probably going to have a lot of turkey and stuffing, and you're probably going to feel like crap afterwards, right? I get it. Enjoy the day, right? Tomorrow you may check out some Black Friday sales online and maybe some Cyber Monday sales on Monday, but you got to start getting your ass in gear tomorrow. At least start thinking about it, right? Start thinking about it over the weekend, and then next week we have Cyber Monday. Some people get obsessed with that. But definitely, at least by the following Tuesday after Cyber Monday, start putting the action into place. Start taking action on your 2022 goals, dreams, and aspirations. Got some people coming. I'm going to have to go off to the side. No space for all of us to go by. Queen says, I had a chicken leg quarter for my dinner. How was it, Queen? Was it pretty good? How was it? We're going to have the usual turkey. At least I think we're having turkey. Sometimes we have ham. Typically we have ham for Christmas and turkey for Thanksgiving. It was good. Huh. Okay. Great. So my suggestion would be, let's say you're not happy with what you have going on right now within your life, personally and professionally. This is for both, right? Okay. Figure out what you want to do for a living if you don't like what you're doing right now. All right? Maybe you're working for somebody else and you're not happy about how it's going, right? Maybe they don't treat you fair, right? Okay, maybe what you're doing is not what your purpose is. So you don't really enjoy what you're doing. You're doing it because you need the money and you have another choice, or at least you think you have another choice right now. But everyone has choices no matter what. right? And the opportunities nowadays online on the internet are endless. And it doesn't matter what you've experienced in the past. It doesn't matter what you've been through. Nothing matters, right? You know, there are people on the internet that are former criminals that have reformed themselves into great content creators, into great entrepreneurs and small business owners, right? Tons of them, right? I mentioned that example because I know a lot of people make excuses saying that I can't do this because of this or that, right? The truth of the matter is there's no excuse. With the internet and the digital world, the possibilities are endless. It's up to you how far you want to take it or what you want to make out of it, right? It's up to you. I'm going to do this last lap, third lap, and then I'm going to wrap it up because I got to start heading over to my family's place and have some dinner. I'm going to have dinner with my aunt, my brother, and my mother. I'm just hearing a lot of loud music in the background there and trying to get out of the music zone here. It's all good. By the way, folks, I'm going to be releasing another pre-recorded video, another short pre-recorded video later tonight. Probably going to be released around 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern, 6 or 7 p.m. Pacific. Kind of like a midweek update and some other aspects. I'm going to make people aware that from now until the end of the year, I am offering, some free coaching by way of public video. Meaning that if anyone wants to write into me and share their legitimate story, okay, and gives me permission to read that story within a video or a live stream, I will respond to you. And I will keep your name anonymous. Your real name doesn't matter. Like these stories that people send in to my channel or other channels, the real name doesn't matter. Showing pictures doesn't matter. What matters is the context. What matters is the situation. And everybody has some very unique situations. More loud music. More people blaring their music. And so you can just hear it as you walk on by. I guess people are having Thanksgiving parties, not just get-togethers. And I mean, you could hear this stuff. You could hear it like a mile away. It's just pretty insane. I'm almost thinking of just going off the air for a second because I'm hearing this a block away. I'm walking past it, trying to get past it, and I can't seem to outrun it. Well, I'm not even trying to run. Yeah, I think I've moved past it now. I think we're okay. I try to drown it out with my voice. Even though YouTube typically will not give you a content ID claim on incidental music while you're on a mobile stream. If it's really low on stuff, they can tell it's incidental. I just don't like to take any chances. You just never know. And even if it does catch part of it, it's really cool what YouTube has done over the last year or two. They've given us tools to easily remove or mute that small segment that their content ID system catches. Like, for people that have been complaining that, YouTube is not a great platform, YouTube hasn't done enough for their creators. You folks have no idea what this company has created and continues to create, and the amount of features we have on YouTube compared to any other platform. I'm just sick and tired of people whining about everything, People should just be more appreciative, right? And if something doesn't work out for them, don't whine and complain. Just don't use the product if you don't like it and move on. And that's more so what I want to focus on in 2022 is just working with more positive people, creating positivity, trying to make this world not only offline but online a better place, because the online world has just really changed the way everyone behaves nowadays. It completely has to do with the internet. People are just kind of jetting into the park. Like, there aren't a lot of people here, but it's interesting. Like, a few people every so often will just jet on in. All right, like if I show you the parking lot here, it's a ghost town. But that white car over there, that Mustang, just pulled in real quick. It's all good. So, if you're not happy with, what you're doing for a living, especially if you're working for somebody else, you can always create your own business, and you can always run your business part-time while you're still working your main job, because you still need to pay your bills. That's your main source of income, right? And I can help you with that. I don't talk a lot about business stuff. At least I haven't talked a lot about it yet, because there's been more of a demand for my dating content and relationship and personal relationship content, but I am an expert on that as well. And I can help you folks figure out what your purpose is by just asking you a few questions, figuring out what your purpose is and seeing how passionate you are about it, and then coming up with a game plan to help you put it in action. And it's a pretty simple game plan. And it's not even an overwhelming game plan. A lot of people are saying, well, how the heck can I, run a YouTube channel or start my own business when, I'm struggling to pay my bills and I'm tired after I get off of work? Well, you got to change your mindset and your attitude and ask yourself, how much do you want it? All right? Because if you really want it, you're going to have to work your, 8-hour a day job, 40-hour a week job. And then even if you're tired, you're going to have to come home and start focusing another 3 to 4 hours on your own business and build it to a level that's sustainable and making at least as much money as you're making at your day job. So at that point, you can quit your day job and go full time into what you're more passionate about. That's the way you do it. And a lot of people actually understand that, but what can I do as a coach to help you actually accomplish that, right? I can hold you accountable, right? One of the best things about having a coach on your side is to hold you accountable and to tactfully push you and keep pushing you forward on things you need to do every day to get yourself where you want to get to. But some days you're like, screw it, I'll do it tomorrow. I'm too tired. I'm going to go do this with my girlfriend, or I'm going to go do this with my friends, or I'm going to go get drunk instead. No, you have a coach there. I'm going to say, no, hey, would you rather be successful in your own business and quit your day job, or do you want to go and get drunk tonight and feel horrible the next day? That Hyundai had like a reverse sound. It was boom, boom. I'm like, what the hell is that? It's like a van pulling out. They're putting the reverse sound on some vehicles. So maybe it's optional because they were a couple senior citizens. Maybe they added that onto their vehicle. I still hear it now. Oh my God, that's annoying. Yes, we see you're pulling out and we can hear you 2 blocks down pulling out with your reverse sound like you've got a Amazon delivery van or UPS delivery truck, right? And it's just an actual car, not even an SUV. It's an actual car with the reverse sound. Man, if they start putting that sound, Queen's laughing because she knows I'm right. If they start putting that sound on all vehicles, we're not going to be able to distinguish the commercial vehicles from the cars. They're all going to have the boop. You're going to, everywhere you go, you're going to hear boop, 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 boop. Yeah. Did you hear that, Queen? I'm hearing the sound. I'm like, what the hell is that? Hi, Jesus Christ, man. Folks, get your questions, comments, and concerns. I'm on my final lap right now. We're going to be wrapping this up in about 10 to 15 minutes max. We are at 56 minutes, I believe. The sun is in my eye. I can barely see this. We just turned to 57 minutes. So coaches are more so here to hold you accountable and keep holding you accountable, right? Because a lot of people that come to seek out the help of a coach already somewhat know the answer to their problem, right? Okay. They somewhat know the answer to their problem or problems, or they completely know the answer. The thing is, they don't know how to turn it around. Or even if they know how to turn it around, they have no desire, they're too lazy, or they feel like they're too busy, or they're too tired, right? Information Man Show, how you doing, brother? Coach Eli, Elias Melas, how are you? I see you are taking a walk. I am, brother. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family out there in Sacramento, brother. Queen says, hello, Information Man. Great to see you here, man. We're going to be on another maybe 10 to 12 minutes or so. I'm on my third and final lap. I'm only doing 3 laps today. I've got to go back to my place, get ready, and head over to my family's place and have dinner. You're welcome, Information Man. Should have dinner with my mother and brother and aunt. A nice home-cooked meal and spending some time with the wonderful the family. We all abbreviate things nowadays, right? We're just going to call them the fam now, right? Because we're too lazy to say family nowadays in the modern world, right? Oh, Jesus. But yeah, like I was saying, the job of a coach is to hold you accountable and to motivate you, right? That's one of the biggest issues that people have. It's not that they don't know what the problem is or know how to solve it. They lack the desire and motivation to change it because they know it's going to be a lot of work and they're so used to doing what they're already doing. And they know how much effort they had to put into get what they already have. So to make a change, not only will they have to put in a lot of hard work like they did to get what they already have, but they're going to have to work harder, right? And what I do is I come in and I say, look, how much do you want to accomplish this? If this is your purpose and you want to make a business out of it, how much do you want it? How much would you enjoy, doing this for a living and making good money doing it at the same time? Who wouldn't enjoy doing what their purpose is, doing what they love to do and making money doing it, right? That should be your motivational driving force within itself, right? But a lot of people, they're so consumed with other aspects of their life or a dead-end job that they're working, right? Or they get caught up in drama with their family or their friends or online or wherever, right? And they get derailed, right? And that's where I come in and say, hey, just ignore all this stupid shit. Ignore it. Focus on you. Focus on your purpose. Focus on what you want to accomplish, right? And just avoid and ignore everything else. It's your choice, right? Not a lot of people here, but there are some. Like if you look at the parking lot, but there are some people here. And I'll tell you what, the people that come to the park or get out and take a walk, even on Thanksgiving Day or any other holiday, mad respect to all of you, right? Part of getting in shape and staying in shape is doing physical activity each and every day, no matter what. Whether it's a holiday, whether it's your birthday, regardless of the special occasion, you got to get out there. Now, most people aren't like that, obviously. If most people were like that, because everybody's off today for the most part, right, this parking lot would be a lot more full, right? But I tip my hat and respect to the people that have decided to come out to the park today, even on Thanksgiving Day, to get their exercise in, right? Mad respect. That's what it takes to be successful, folks. Look at me, for example. I'm working on Thanksgiving Day. I'm not working all day, but I worked half a day, right? I'm putting out 3 pieces of content on Thanksgiving Day, one of them live. Now, the other 2 I pre-recorded and had uploaded days ago, right? But in order to set myself up to be able to do that and put out 3 pieces of content today where I know a lot of people are going to be, on YouTube, right? I had to prepare for it, right? I planned ahead, right? I thought about this weeks and months ago, right? When I started doing these pre-recorded videos again, and I came up with a game plan and a strategy. I want to help you folks come up with a strategy that's going to work for you to keep you consistent so you can accomplish whatever it is that your heart desires. Folks, get your questions, comments, and concerns in. Probably have about 10 minutes or so before I go off the air. I'm actually getting pretty hungry. I'm very hungry, actually. The only thing I had to eat today was a half a bagel. I typically don't eat bagels because they're full of carbs, but I needed a little energy for this walk. I didn't want to go on an empty stomach. That's another thing, folks. When you're walking 3 to 4 miles or so, never ever do it on an empty stomach, right? Never do it on an empty stomach. You want to have something to give you enough energy to make it through. Now, don't overeat. But half a bagel is probably like 150 calories, right? Okay. During this walk, I'm going to burn like 400 calories or so, right? But here's the thing, right? I may only be netting 250 calories because I ate 150 to make this walk happen, right? But what people don't realize is that your body, if you keep walking every day, it continuously stays in fat burning mode. And it continues burning calories all day, every day. You keep your stomach and your body burning fat like a furnace, right? So that 150 calories you ate before the walk, to be able to do the walk, even daily, is very, very beneficial. Whenever I go on a hike, and like if I'm gonna do an 8 to 10 mile hike with rolling hills and stuff, where I'm gonna be burning a couple thousand calories, I will put 500 to 700 or 800 calories in my stomach before I go on that hike. Why? Because if I don't, I won't make it. Nobody will, right? And number 2, I'm gonna be burning 2,000 calories. I'm gonna net 1,200 calories burned on the hike, but that's gonna continuously put my body in fat burning mode for the next 2 days. And if I keep walking after that hike, like at the park or other places I walk, it's going to continuously be burning fat. That's a goal I created for myself a long time ago, and I've kept up to it. or I've kept up with it, I mean, which is what I'm trying to say. If you folks want to get into shape and keep yourself in shape, make that one of your goals. But start making that goal right now, right? And start planning it out. And maybe even start taking some walks now, but definitely the beginning of the year. Go out there and walk every day, if not 4 to 5 days a week. Get into a habit like I have. When you make it a habit, it's real easy. Then you start seeing results. And then when you start seeing results, you're even more motivated to keep moving forward, right? Thank you, says Information Man Show. I think I said you're welcome, brother. So one more time, folks, like I said, I'll be releasing another video tonight where, between now and the end of the year, I'm going to be offering free coaching services by the way of a video response. You have to email me at Coach Eli at coacheli@eliasmelas.com. Share your story with me. And don't just sit there and write a couple lines. Share your story by writing at least 2 or 3 paragraphs. And you can make it as long as you want. No problem. Because even if you do a 10-page story, heck, I'll do 3 or 4 videos on it if it's worth it, right? If it's something that's that good. But here's the thing. Be genuine and be real and be authentic. Because I've had trolls in the past that try to pretend to be actual people and write in stories. And it was obvious that it was a troll. Trolls have a certain lingo that they just can't control, because part of the thing that trolls get off on is if they put in their silly language and you still take it seriously, then they can just say, oh, this guy's stupid, he fell for it. I told this person I was type of person, and hey, Queen, I should be back live. I know I went offline again. I saw the screen go black. And it's only happened a couple of times. As I was pulling into the park, I noticed my internet was a little slow on the 5G network. I'm with AT&T, and I mention this because there are lots of people, flooding all the cell towers everywhere today because of Thanksgiving. So lots more data is being pushed through each cell tower. And so every so often when there's not enough bandwidth for the YouTube app to stream it at least 2 megabits per second, the screen will turn black. And then it'll cut me off. And then it's funny with AT&T, it'll just stay offline. I have to reset it by shutting down the YouTube app, putting the phone in airplane mode for 5 seconds or so, or 10 seconds, and turning airplane mode off. It resets the tower, launch the YouTube app, click on the go live. It asks me, do you have a current stream running? Do you want to end it or resume? I hit resume, tilt the phone. It says tilt the phone to start the stream, and then I do it in the back, right? I know there's a lot of technical mumbo jumbo that most of you don't care about, but if you ever end up doing mobile live streaming or become a YouTuber, I'm your guy. I can help you. I know everything about the YouTube platform. I know everything about monetization. I've been monetized for almost 2 years now. It'll be 2 years this coming month in December. It'll be the 3-year anniversary of this channel. I used to be monetized on my former channel. I've been doing this a while. I know the guidelines. I know everything about YouTube. And it can be very technical. Especially if things happen while you're live on mobile. Like, see, I figured it out and I learned what I had to do. So if I go offline, I can quickly come back on within a minute or 2 or less. But anyway, folks, please get your questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. I'm about to go off the air in less than 5 minutes. I'm going to go and have some dinner with my family. Hopefully there won't be any drama. I'm so tired of drama. You know, your family can bring the most drama if you let them, right? I always go into every family gathering with a positive attitude, and if any other family members try to start drama, I'm just, I don't react to it, right? Just, like, especially like my mom and my aunt, because they're ladies, right? And I'll just sit there and talk with my brother. What's going on, bro? We don't see each other as much anymore because we're busy doing our own thing and working, but we still have lots of love for each other. All right, folks. So hopefully this motivated you to, get yourself to, take a jump start on planning out your 2022. Start right now if you haven't already done it. In future years, start thinking about, the next year 3 months early, like October 1st, beginning of October, like I typically do and did again this year, right? Look at where you're at with what you're trying to accomplish in all aspects of your life, and then set a goal. Set a goal. Hey, okay, I'm going to plan on this. I'm going to start executing it at the beginning of the year. Now, if you're good at executing things quicker, you can execute things almost right away. Like I started planning what I'm doing now on YouTube, more videos and all that. I started planning that a month ago or so, or a month and a half ago for the future. But then I'm like, I'm not going to wait till 2022. I'm going to start doing this right now because that's how motivated I am. But most people are not like that. Most people don't have the luxury of being able to multitask. And I'm not saying I'm all that. I can multitask very quickly and effectively, right? Most people need more time to fit this in because of other obligations, right? I'm self-employed. I don't work a day job or anything like that, so I have more time. But for you, it may be different. You find out what works for you. Figure out, what you want. Figure out where you're at. And then come up with a game plan to execute how to better yourself and get what you actually want by the beginning, starting at the beginning of 2022. All right, folks. Once again, happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. Please be safe. Don't drink and drive. Be good to each other. No drama, folks. No drama. And one more time before we go off the air, say no to drama. Take care. Again, happy Thanksgiving. See you all soon.